Don't open my door.
Put the window down.
Nope. I don't have to. It's not a law.
Your license, registration, and proof.
You can have that.
Sir, I need your license, registration, proof of insurance. Pennsylvania State Police. Everything's being recorded all the time.
Oh no! Pennsylvania criminals! Yay! What do you want, jackass? You tailgate me like that again, you're gonna cause an accident.
Okay, you should be cutting cars off. I was trying to.
I wasn't cutting cars off. You're a jackass.
Right away.
I have it all on film.
Okay,
see you in court.
Camera as well.
See you in court.
Like I said, everything's being recorded at all times.
See you in court. So you don't need to touch these. I'm just going to show them to you.
No, I need your.
Oh no, that you better know the law if you're going to enforce it.
I need your license, registration, and proof of insurance. Give me your license, registration. I need your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You do not need to touch them. You just look at them.
I need your license, registration, and proof of insurance.
They're right there.
All three of these documents in my hand.
They're right there.
I need my documents in my hand, sir.
You want to push this?
I need all three of these.
The law states all I have to do is show them to you. Okay? Call a bunch of backup, coward.
Sir, I need your license, registration, proof of insurance.
Shh, call backup, coward. Call your supervisor.
I need your license.
What's your name? What's your name and badge number?
I need your license. It'll be all.
They're right here.
Give me them. I need them.
Why?
I need to bring it back to my car.
The law states all I have to do is show them to you.
Sir, I need your license, registration, proof of insurance. Bring it back to my car.
Why are you trying to get into my car?
Sir, I need your license.
Why are you trying to get into my car?
Insurance, please, sir.
Why are you trying to get into my car?
I'm not getting your car. I need your.
Why did you try to get into my car?
Your license, registration, and proof of insurance.
Why did you try to get into my car?
Sir, I need your license, because I can't see your hands when I first moved.
What are you scared? Are you scared, little coward?
I need your license.
Are you scared? Are you scared? There you go, pussy.
Thank you, sir.
Shut the f up.
Thank you.
Shut the f up, coward.
Okay.
Sickness is overall right because it's over half of what it was before the pandemic. Manson says SEPTA is negotiating with other large.
What you looking at there?
Is there a reason why you were driving like that, sir?
I was driving perfectly fine.
On my camera, you cut over 3 lanes of traffic. And then you cut off a car.
Oh, yeah, okay. Keep on making up stories. Write that down.
The encounter begins with tension almost immediately after the trooper approaches the vehicle. Rather than rolling the window down completely, the driver challenges the officer's request and argues that no law requires him to do so. The trooper remains focused on what he considers a routine traffic stop and repeatedly asks for a driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. Instead of simply complying, the driver begins criticizing the officer's driving and accuses him of dangerously tailgating prior to the stop. What makes this opening so significant is that both men quickly abandon any attempt at a calm conversation. The driver repeatedly insults the trooper, calls him names, and predicts that the matter will eventually be settled in court. At the same time, the trooper continues returning to the same request for documentation. The driver insists that he is willing to show the documents but refuses to surrender them. He repeatedly holds them up and argues that displaying them satisfies the legal requirement. The trooper disagrees and insists that he needs physical possession of the documents in order to conduct the stop properly. The disagreement grows more heated with every exchange. Instead of discussing the alleged traffic violation, the conversation becomes centered on authority, compliance, and competing interpretations of the law. By the end of this section, the original reason for the stop has almost disappeared from the discussion. The driver believes the officer is exceeding his authority, while the officer appears determined to complete the stop according to his training and procedures. The stage is set for a much larger confrontation than a simple traffic citation.
Write that down.
Yeah.
It's all right here. Write it down.
I'm going to be right back with you, okay?
Okay, go ahead. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Question for you.
What's that?
I know the law states that I just have to show you registration, insurance, and driver's license. I don't have to give them to you.
No, you need to be able to exhibit them upon request on a traffic.
And I did.
Okay.
And he says I had to give them to him.
Okay.
Which is, this is all on film. It's all going to the lawyers. It's all going to court.
Okay.
That's fine. So the law states all I have to do is show them to you.
Correct. Exhibit them upon request on a traffic stop.
I did that.
Okay.
And he's forcing me to give them to him.
Okay.
So if you're his supervisor, you may want to tell him what the law states.
Okay. Well, I'm not his supervisor.
That's fine.
I'm just here to back up my point.
And he almost hit me.
Okay.
With his car.
Okay.
And that's on film too.
Okay.
If you want to pull somebody over, you don't fly to him, get this close to the rear bumper, and then when I hit my brakes, he's swerving to not hit me and shit. What's going on?
I'm not sure, sir.
A simple traffic violation of me going from one lane to the next with my turn signals?
Okay. Like I said, I wasn't the one that initiated
That's
the
fine.
traffic stop.
So I had my window cracked like this, because that's all I need to do if us talking. He's banging on my window, trying to force open my door. I'm too smart. I lock my doors when I see terrorists come around me. Okay? And they're just extorting things. I don't like extortion experts. But we'll play the game. But you have no right to enter my car. You have no right to bang on my windows. You have no right to force me to show you stuff or give you stuff that I've already shown you.
Okay.
So there's the problem.
Right.
I don't know what this guy is and what he's doing, but he's making a very bad light shining upon the state troopers.
Okay.
This will be on YouTube, like all the other stuff on my channel. And
What's
this
your channel?
Southeastern PA Community Watch.
Community Watch? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That I care about accountability and transparency.
I understand.
Now, the 3 pieces of paper I gave him, they can be used against me in a court of law. Correct? My registration, insurance, and driver's license. They can be used against me in a court of law if something's wrong or if something's not right. Correct?
In the court? Yeah.
So I have.
If any of those documents weren't correct or.
So I have my right to not self-incriminate.
Okay.
So I technically, by law or rights, don't have to show him something that may incriminate me. Not that it will.
It brings us back to our original point of if you're pulled over for a traffic violation, you have to exhibit those documents upon request.
I can show
because
that.
At that point, we do have a right to identify.
You're correct. I will show them happily.
Right. Okay.
Forcing me to give them to you is a whole big problem.
I mean, to each his own.
Well, no.
Like I said, this isn't my stop. I just came in and back on my car.
And I appreciate that, officer. What's your name, Pickens?
Pickens, Trooper Pickens.
And I appreciate that. And I'm not a dick, but I will stand up for my rights. So when he's forcing his way into my car, banging on my window, trying to get in as I'm showing him all 3 pieces against the window here, all he has to do is get his pen out, address, doobie-doo. It may be a little bit pain in the ass for you guys to do that.
Right.
But boo-hoo. That's the way it is. So this guy's used to people complying to his illegal...
The arrival of a second trooper changes the dynamic of the encounter and creates the first real opportunity for dialogue. Rather than arguing directly with the original officer, the driver turns his attention to the backup trooper and begins explaining his version of events. He insists that Pennsylvania law only requires a driver to exhibit identification and registration documents during a traffic stop, not surrender them. What makes this section particularly important is that the discussion becomes far more detailed and legal in nature. The driver repeatedly argues that handing over documents creates the possibility that they may be used against him later in court. He frames the issue as a matter of constitutional rights rather than simple compliance. The backup trooper remains calm and listens to the explanation without becoming confrontational. The driver also accuses the original trooper of nearly causing an accident by following too closely before initiating the stop. He claims that the patrol vehicle came dangerously close to his rear bumper and that any sudden braking could have caused a collision. The discussion then shifts to the driver's belief that the trooper attempted to force entry into his vehicle and banged on the window unnecessarily. Throughout the conversation, the driver repeatedly emphasizes accountability, transparency, and the importance of documenting interactions with government officials. He even identifies his YouTube channel and explains that recording public officials is part of his mission. What stands out most is that the backup trooper never escalates the situation. Instead, he allows the driver to express his concerns while acknowledging that people have the right to voice their opinions. This creates a sharp contrast between the driver's perception of the 2 officers involved in the stop.
Orders? I will not.
Okay.
You wonder why people have a bad taste with cops? I don't. You may think I do because I will voice my opinion and voice my rights.
You have every right to do that.
Okay? Some cops take that the wrong way.
The Constitution was written for a reason, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Now, that's a whole nother story, but yes, you are correct. Since you and I did not sign the Constitution, it's not a binding contract to either of us. Technically,
Right,
if you want to
but
understand law.
It still gives you the rights that you are so exercising on this traffic.
It is what it is.
You know?
And whatever. He called back up because I called him a coward. So when he's fearing for his life about something that's so irrational, then you should not be in this position or profession. Okay? Seriously. I understand you guys got it rough and you got to be careful. I understand that. I understand there's crazy people out there. I understand that. But the whole taste was just really sour. So I can't wait to see what he writes me up for. Contempt of cop, called me a pussy, called me a coward, wham, 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 I'm a baby and a coward. Is that what we do nowadays? You guys men?
I'm sorry?
Are you guys men or are you little fluff cakes?
Like I said, I cannot speak for him. I'm not gonna, you know.
Well, he called back up pretty quick, didn't he?
This was my stop. It'd be different, but it's not.
That's cool. But he called back up pretty quick, didn't he? Hey, I need help. This guy's not bending over so I can stick my dick in his ass. Okay. So this guy's just a little baby. I'm sure he's your partner and your buddy. I don't mean to down him, but I call a spade a spade.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
You seem to be pretty cool. I mean, so if I did this to you, would that make you cry? That made him cry. You have to put your window down. I said, no, I don't. There's no law that states I have to put my window down. It's polite.
Investigation to
It's
a point.
polite. I can hear you maybe a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it. So I'm not going to do something that I don't have to do. To test my public officials. To see if they understand the law. To see if they have a big ego attached to their fucking head. Okay? I don't think I found one public servant that actually is a respectable public servant. That's pretty sad.
Well, maybe I might be that one.
So I just like to point a camera at my public officials and say, how dare you? You want to come in?
I don't know where all these gnats
I know, I feel bad for you. So feeling better?
Huh?
Feeling better?
What does that mean? Alright, so here's the deal, sir. Here's your license.
Thank you.
Here's your insurance, and here's
Thank you.
your registration.
You write down all the lies?
2 citations.
With the legal debate largely exhausted, the encounter becomes more personal and philosophical. The driver shifts from discussing traffic laws to discussing his broader views on law enforcement and constitutional rights. He repeatedly states that many negative interactions between police and the public stem from officers failing to respect citizens who understand and exercise their rights. What makes this section stand out is that it becomes less about the traffic stop itself and more about the driver's perception of government authority. He argues that some officers react poorly when people challenge them or refuse to comply with requests they believe are unlawful. The backup trooper remains patient throughout the conversation and repeatedly avoids criticizing his fellow officer. The driver, however, continues describing the original trooper as overly sensitive and unable to handle criticism. He openly mocks the officer for allegedly requesting backup and portrays the decision as a sign of weakness rather than a standard safety precaution. Despite the harsh language, the backup trooper remains professional and continues engaging in the conversation. The discussion also touches on constitutional protections and the role those protections play during encounters with law enforcement. The driver repeatedly explains that he intentionally tests public officials to determine whether they understand the limits of their authority. He views the encounter as part of a larger effort to hold government employees accountable. By this point, the traffic stop has evolved into a debate about civil liberties, public service, and the relationship between citizens and law enforcement. The actual citation has not yet been issued, but the driver's broader concerns about government authority dominate the conversation.
Today,
my.
sir.
Oh, no.
1 for careless driving and 1 for failure to maintain your lane. Alright? You're cutting across the lanes.
That's fine, it's all on film.
Okay. As well as I instructed before, you know, I'm being recorded 3 times, 30 seconds prior to the stop.
Good. I was filming way before that.
Okay. All right.
Exactly what I was doing will be on film.
Okay. All right. We can go to court for it, sir.
We're going to court.
So here's the bolded address. That's going to be the actual court address as well, right here.
That's down here.
Yep. So you're going to cut. There's 2 of these. You're going to cut these out. You're going to mail it in within 10 days. If you don't do it within 10 days, license will be suspended, revoked, or be a warrant out for your arrest.
Oh no. So you actually will extort people that bad if they don't have the money to pay for for a ticket, you will actually put a warrant out for them and arrest a poor person.
An AOPC bench warrant is what happens for failure to pay usually, or failure to respond to the
For a
citation.
traffic violation?
Yes, sir.
You will actually send a warrant out.
Not me personally.
Well, of course not you.
But the state does, or a town does as well. So
you see how the extortion works? You see
that's
how?
just the rules of what happens with us. So like I said, I explain everything to you in the citation here.
So what is your job here on the, is it to monitor traffic?
So it's to maintain safety of all the people that are driving here on this highway, and obviously, you know, the driving that you displayed today,
was beautiful.
that wasn't safe driving.
So was your safe driving tailgating me when I tapped my brake shoe all over the road?
So a lot of the times what happens is people don't realize that I'm behind them.
Oh, I saw you.
So my lights and my sirens, you know, me getting close, I also have to read your registration as well.
Oh, so you have to get 1 inch from my bumper to do that?
Yeah, I need to in order to read it as well.
So it's okay for you to tailgate and to drive erratically, and I can't fine you, but you can make up shit.
I'm trying to catch up to the violator, which is
trying to catch up.
So, yes, sir.
Thank God I have to. Make sure you say that in court.
I will, sir.
Okay, because everything's on film.
Yes, it is. Recorded as well.
You know it is.
So there's 2 citations for you.
You can just drop it. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch your extortion papers.
Okay. All right, there's 2 citations.
Anything else?
No, that's it. You're free to drive safe.
So you guys, your job is not to go after criminals. It's to monitor citizens driving down the road.
If there's criminal behavior that happens, then we take care of that as well, sir.
So you're not out catching rapists and murderers and
we do
thieves?
that as well. That's exactly. If there's criminal activity that happens, then we do that as well.
So they'll call you and say, hey, we need you?
traffic violations well on the highway.
So when's the last time you caught a criminal?
Huh?
When's the last time you arrested a criminal?
I need to divulge that information to you.
Because you haven't, because you're too busy extorting people.
Okay. All right, so you're
good for you, man. Just make sure you're proud. Don't tell me what to do. Shut the f*** up.
The encounter finally reaches its conclusion when the original trooper returns and issues 2 traffic citations. One citation is for careless driving, while the other is for failing to maintain a lane. The driver immediately disputes both allegations and insists that video footage from his own camera will prove his innocence in court. What makes this final section significant is that the conversation moves away from document disputes and focuses directly on the consequences of the stop. The trooper explains the citation process, including the deadlines for responding and the potential penalties for failing to do so. The driver reacts strongly to the idea that missing court deadlines could eventually result in additional legal consequences. He describes the process as a form of extortion and argues that it unfairly impacts people who may not have the financial means to pay fines or navigate the legal system. The discussion then returns to the driving behavior that prompted the stop in the first place. The driver accuses the trooper of tailgating and driving aggressively, while the trooper explains that patrol vehicles often need to close distance in order to identify a vehicle and initiate enforcement action safely. Neither side accepts the other's explanation. The driver repeatedly reminds the trooper that everything has been recorded and predicts that the video will support his version of events. The trooper remains calm and repeatedly tells the driver that court is the proper place to challenge the citations. Even after being told he is free to leave, the driver continues questioning the priorities of traffic enforcement and suggests that police resources should be focused elsewhere. The encounter ultimately ends without any physical escalation, but the disagreement remains completely unresolved. Both sides leave believing they are correct, and the driver makes it clear that the fight is far from over and will continue in court.